So I think yesterday we do, go through a few of the counter as well during the yesterday trading section. We do talk about inactive stocks and active stocks. Okay, so I do have some lists for these COB counters. Okay, COB is change of behavior from very illiquid to slightly liquid and going into very liquid. Okay, and I think overall it's not that bad. Of course, CFM is actually currently still in wash. Okay, we are waiting for the wash to done. Okay, so if you look into quality concrete, this is Roma, Kotra, and Rex. Actually, they are still holding very well. Okay, now I think one of the advantage, okay, to trade on COB counter is that they don't really been affected, okay, on the overall market condition. Okay, so sometimes this kind of counters will be like very quiet, even though market very bullish, they don't really move a lot, especially bearish. Okay, they don't really like drop a lot too. Okay, so this is one of the advantages, but again, sometimes it's really boring. Okay, if you are holding this kind of few counters over there. Okay, now but today Rex, it seems like very interesting because I can tell that they're actually trying the resistance for several times. Okay, here, okay, seems like this is like a very nice PP bar. Okay, holding bar didn't really follow through yet, and today trying to retest, okay, on the resistance again. Okay, but it's a 20% counters. Do remember this is slightly a little bit of risk there. Okay, personally I haven't really go into Rex yet. Okay, but the setup is getting interesting. Okay, definitely on Greek market or bear market, I don't really want to enter stocks most of the time, but I would like to monitor stock with very low volume, very quiet, support, sound strength in the background. Okay, now let's look into Kotra. Kotra too, okay, seems like still holding nicely. Definitely didn't have a lots of movements. Okay, now CFM, like I said, is a shakeout. Is still in shakeout. Okay, I think unless the shakeout is completed, if not, I'm not going to look into it. Okay, so for one thing, I think yesterday I forgot to mention, in case you joined yesterday. Okay, I forgot to mention is that usually on COB counters, okay, change of behavior counters, right, I prefer to have at least two very strong alpha bar. Okay, so what it means, if you look into like G-Shen, okay, so remember yesterday we talked about COB, right? So COB usually it takes a lot of time. Okay, so you don't need to worry that you miss the trades, because most of the time it gives you some time, okay, for you to plan properly on the trades. Okay, so if you look into like G-Shen, this is the first one, this is the second one. So a good quality one usually will give you two type of this kind of signals, okay, in the chart. Okay, so if you look into like I think Taffy, I believe Taffy got plenty during the time as well. Okay, so somewhere around here. So if you notice Taffy in this reaccumulation where they got lots, okay, one, two, okay, here got some also. You can see volume is increasing, okay, before the final big breakout. Okay, so this is the things that I'm expecting for something like CFM, Kotra, even YNG. Okay, so let's look into YNG. Okay, so still holding well today, very nice. Okay, quality concrete. No changes, everything no changes. Okay, so LTCAM, but it's slightly too far for me. Okay, so C Hub, like I say, I haven't really seen the LC high volume yet. Okay, but today is still within the 2040s area. Okay, Fiamma, well, seems like they got one already. Okay, in this big LC, right? Let me remove. In this big LC, seems like we got one already. So hopefully we'll see more moving forwards. Okay. So okay, at least some of the COB counter is still holding pretty well. Of course, like I said, CFM and C Hub is the one that CFM is shake up. Okay, C Hub is they haven't really have the LC yet. So probably like MSM. Okay, so do be careful if you want to trade without LC. Okay, so for example, sometimes what they do is that, okay, if I go back to here, right? So sometimes it'd be like this. Okay, like this, right? So it have illiquid candles, okay, turns to liquid, but sometimes it still can go down further. Okay, so you want to see a very nice LC forming. Okay, at least you want to reduce your risk, okay, to trade in the downtrends. Okay, so well, type of one for me, please. Okay, if you okay so far. Okay, just want to do a quick updates and follow-ups on what is the stock that we are looking into yesterday, and what is happening today. Okay, so today I think only mostly I think the bank is quite bad. Okay, so let's start with banks, then we will look into some screener. Okay, we'll look into some stock using the screener. Okay, so it's a big gap, to be frank. I don't like gaps. Okay, gaps is always form a strong of course, gap down, okay, always form a resistance. Gap up usually form a support. Okay, so if let's say gap down, with especially with high and increasing volume, so most of the time it tends to over. Okay, I think some counters that previously having a very strong setups as well. Okay, so seems like we got like gaps over here. Okay, so realize here this is the gap down as well. Okay, so this is a gap down. It turns to resistance. You're going to take some time, months, okay? Breaks, and then test back on the gaps before it move up a little bit. So here, gap downs again. So we want to check, okay? What is the reaction next, okay, towards to the gaps area. Okay, hopefully today will form some spring, okay, hopefully, for some of these counters here. So CMB is the one that I'm following. Okay, lucky it's not that bad compared to public bank. Okay, but again, need to be careful. Okay, overall still above the 40 MA currently. Okay, so like I said, hopefully we'll see some good spring counters. Okay, now let's look into the screener. Today probably I will focus on Green Pentagon and NS screener. So let's start with NS. Okay, because we want to check, what is this counter that actually is still very quiet, holding very well. Okay, so before that, actually I forgot, I should go to the sector first. Okay, let's go to the sectors. Okay, don't worry, this will be launched on 6th of November. Okay, so 6th of November, Martin will have one live Facebook section on 11 a.m. Okay, he will do an official launching on this screener, sorry, on this dashboard. And he's going to explain also, how to, what's the new information that is available in this new dashboard over here. Okay, now sector screener seems like we've got more rates currently. Okay, all right, so no doubt market is now it's pulling back. Okay, property still still got some momentum, but it's already 8% already. Yeah, okay, almost to 8%. Okay, today I'm not so sure, but the chart here already showing that there's a chance for them to do a pullback. Okay, I'll say high volume followed by low volume today. Let's look into property. Okay, so at least we know what is the direction overall, okay, moving forward, and what is your plan. Okay, probably you want to stay out for a while. Okay, and probably next, what is the sector you should focus next. Okay, so big drop, okay, with a big gap. Okay, so probably this week, okay, today's Monday, okay, this week and next week probably I'm not that keen anymore, okay, in some of the new property counters. Okay, so because there's a big gaps here, like I say, usually I don't like big gaps unless they form a very nice spring. Okay, coming with sound strength with support, then probably we'll look back into it. So let's see, we got technology. Okay, technology is still holding very nice on 2040. Do some Malaysia technology. Okay, we just want to see the chart roll for today. Okay, it's not that bad. Okay, unlike the banks and the property come with a gap down. Construction. Okay, this one also gap down. Okay, so I pop my alerts over here. So once it come back, hit here, okay, probably it will alerts me. Okay, and maybe chances, okay, for them to do a shakeup over the areas. Okay, consumer also holding very nicely on the 20. Okay, this is again, do a quick check to at least okay, what is the stocks that, or maybe sectors, okay, to focus, okay, moving forward probably this week or next week if you really want to trade. Where is consumer? Oh, yeah, sorry, over here. Okay, also come and gap down. Okay, so far seems like technology is the one holding very nicely. Yeah. Any others? Okay, I'd like to check transportation. Okay, transportation at least still, it didn't come with gaps at least. Okay, so we got tech and transportation. Okay, so far this two is doing pretty nicely. Let's try last one, plantation, before we go to the stocks. Okay, plantation also make a full pullback. Okay, but haven't completed yet. Okay, now currently is in red pentagon, I believe. Yeah, plantation is in red pentagon now. Okay, so wait for the next green pentagon. Okay, for you to look for the trade setups. Okay, now let's go to screener. Okay, we want to check what stocks, okay, that is actually still holding nicely near to the supports. Okay, and this is probably a few counters that we want to aim, right? So okay, we got CJ Century. This is SD 14% with LT 21%. Okay, so for those that who don't know, LT trend is 200 MA, SD trend is 50 MA. Okay, so of course we always want to trade very close, okay, to ensure they are actually very close to the supports. Okay, so CJ Sense, okay, today still holding well, but suddenly a bit far from 20 MA lah. And if let's say today close with a UT, probably it will test back to the 24th. Okay, so a good counter to continue to pay attention to. Now this is now for those that who have attended the masterclass, you know, about pullback setups, or maybe you attended the basic pullback classes. Okay, you know the quality of pullbacks, okay, is determined by the quality of LC. Okay, and the next day is also very important, right? So for example, here, this is a very good and quality type of LC, but the next day it comes with uptrust high volumes, okay, increasing volume, okay. More than half, usually we prefer less than half to ensure the quality of pullback is there. But don't worry, okay, doesn't mean that it will drop like this, okay, unless, you know, counters like theta. Okay, hopefully you all know how to differentiate between theta types and CJ Century type. Okay, because theta type is like this, okay, going up non-stop for a few days. Then a UT high volume usually is the one that they have a very good chance to do a distribution. Okay, so if you look into like theta, okay, so this is the one, right? It goes up non-stop for a few days, okay, every day also like, you know, 20-30%, okay, and then suddenly UT, especially come high volume, so you need to be worried and be prepared, right? So if let's say CJ Send, I think they are making a very nice healthy pullback, but of course this LC here, the background doesn't come with, you know, all this kind of 20-30% kind of breakout. Okay, so everything's still fine, but do remember, whenever you have this LC high volume, price tends to sideways, okay, because this is a seller bar, okay, and potentially a shakeup. Okay, now I think same things is going to happen over here as well. Again, I doesn't mean that it will follow 100%, but most of the time when you see this kind of formation, usually you have a good chance for them to retest back the support, probably make a minor shakeout, one or two over there, okay, before they're going to make another follow through. Okay, so continue to monitor for a few days. Of course, in this area, low volume like this is always good to have. Okay, always good to have, okay, to ensure the healthiness of this trend and charts. Okay, so luckily today is so-called a weak bear market, right? But this one is still, at least it's an up bar. Okay, currently is 3 something. Okay, hopefully the closing is pretty nice as well. Okay, so just type A for me, please. Okay, if you understand this so far, or B if you're confused. Okay, please let me know. Okay, type A for me if you're okay, right? Between the theta, between CJ Century, right? How to differentiate, is this LC is good for pullback or is this LC good for distribution? Okay, so this one you have to really understand and check a background, okay, so that you avoid those high risk trades. Okay, but I think CJ Century still can monitor, of course not today. Okay, today is still a bit like uncertain. So what I do is that I always like to see usually like I say got this kind of bar, right? Okay, usually I prefer to have a small wash. Okay, how deep not doesn't really important, you know, how deep the wash is, but as long as they go wash, okay, and followed by a series of low volume like this. Okay, so probably we will see this, okay, 1 or 2 weeks later on. Okay, let's go to the others counters. This too is a bit momentum, but okay, I think it's no harm. We take a look. Okay, as long as most important, they are very close, okay, to the 2040s, okay. All right, so it's a big breakout. Okay, so what do you think? Is this widespread bar high volume is a distribution bar? Success. Okay, so this is success. A 13% movement with high volume. Do you think it's a distribution bar? Yes. Why? And no, the top end. Okay, do you think it's a distribution bar? Okay, like he said no. Okay. How about this? You want to try? Do you think it's a distribution bar? Do you think is good to still monitor? Do you think good still following the counters? Okay, come on, let's try. I got around like 29 members over here. Okay, thank you, Sylvia. Thank you, Zalandi. Okay, thank you, Shirley. Okay, so for me, this is not a distribution buy. Okay, because what the background is coming from a reaccumulation. Okay, the background is coming from a reaccumulation. So this is a reaccumulation periods, right? So the breakout, okay, or LC, right, close with reaccumulation is, I can say it's a good sign, but of course, probably they'll make a full pullback, which is they are probably doing right now. Okay, today is UT again. The next thing you want to see is, you know, they are building a series of sideways. Okay, sideways, then again, here got NS ready. Okay, so let's see whether you close to the 2040s or not. Sideways low volume, then this is a area you want to look for more sound strength. Okay, so sometimes you will see COC as well in this area. Okay, let's go to the next one. Oh, okay. So this one, is it still worth to monitor and pay attention to? What do you think? Okay, let's check the weekly charts. Okay, break up quite nicely. Okay, reaccumulation. We got gap up. Okay, we got some gap up over here. So do remember gap up, supports, gap down, resistance. Okay, so today bang, lots of gap downs. Okay, so that's why I also start to lose a bit interest on the banks already. Okay, but gap up always serve a very good support. Okay, try to look for more sound strength in the areas. Okay, hello, Mr. Tan. Okay, so what do you think? Type of Y for me if you think this trade still can monitor. Type of N for me if you think no, is not so good anymore. Okay, if can, okay, if can, you write a bit of explanation. What do you think is still worth to monitor? Okay, you can write to me. You can say because got this, because got that. Then you know, we probably can discuss from here, right? Okay, so again, the same things on how I look into it. I think these stocks were going to a reaccumulation. Okay, yes, NS is more low volume. Besides, they got 2 NS, okay, exactly at the gaps, right? And I think this trade, again, this is somehow how I want to, you know, build a right expectation for myself. Okay, so I think this trade here, we're going into a month of reaccumulation. Okay, why? Because remember in the reaccumulation revision, okay, I think the other day, 2-3 months ago, okay, hopefully some of our members here still remember, right? We do talk about reaccumulation, and what's the one of the criteria? Okay, when the stock goes up, okay, in a very good and momentum, okay, you always want to see the price hold very well on the 2040s, right? On the 2040s. So which means this is potential a pullback. But if let's say the price break below 2040s, maybe they're gonna sideways for months, okay, or distribution. I don't know. Okay, so because here we need to check on the background. Okay, is the background come with uptrust high volumes or not? Okay, so before we can determine whether it's a distribution or potential reaccumulation. So in this case over here, okay, the reason why I think it's not a probably it's not a distribution yet because it break up from a series of reaccumulations from the background. Okay, and of course here got an uptrust. Okay, but this uptrust doesn't come with high volume. Okay, and the price, most important is that the price drop with low volume. Of course, the price going up here is also didn't come with high volume, unfortunately. So that's why I need to see is that 1 or 2 more good volume bar or alpha bar. okay, trying to cross on the level, right? So if you look into the gaps, this is a support, okay, with a very nice gap. We got a very nice gap, okay, close with NS, close with NS. Okay, so this is just like a minor shake-up happening over there. Okay, now the next thing is that we want to see one more about high volumes. Okay, one more about increasing volume to ensure that the interest is coming back. Okay, reaccumulation then before you want to look for the entry. Okay, but this one I think it got to takes sometimes, okay, because they just break below, now trying to cross back to the 2040s. Okay, so well, good to monitor, or maybe put your watch list first. Okay, maybe you want to come back to look into it again from time to time, probably like 1 month, 2 months from now. Okay, so LB Aluminium, okay. Gyeongnam, I think Gyeongnam today is still sideways. VSTech, okay, this one also I've been holding for quite some time already. Okay, overall still in reaccumulation, but just that they haven't made the follow through yet. Okay, so LB, okay, we got some uptrust over here now. Again, this is a main resistance. So that's why if given a choice, not to say that this one cannot break up, but given a choice, okay, given a choice, most of the time I like to avoid stop with gap down, okay, because this area always will serve a strong resistance. Okay, here, 1, 2. At the time we thought it was to follow through already, but again, going back, force breakout, going back here. Okay, but overall it's not that bad. Okay, probably it was still coming back, okay, to support in this area, but overall not a very nice setup anymore. Okay, we want to see more this kind of bar coming back, okay, to ensure the reaccumulation is still valid for LB Aluminium. Okay, GP not high volume enough. Okay, for yes, if you are referring to the previous counter earlier on, yes. Okay, so that's why I prefer to see one more upper high volume, okay, coming from the stocks. Okay, so this is BS tax. Okay, did it double high volume, but like it's not the highest. Okay, NS failed to hold, so seems like they're going to try back to previous support again. Okay, hopefully we see another spring. Okay, but it doesn't come with really high volume. Okay, so that's why I'm still holding. Okay, so if you look into weekly, oh, weekly turns to red pentagons, huh? Okay, then in this case, I need to be careful already, because I'm entering this trade using weekly chart, because I'm looking for mid to long term. Okay, so let's see how it close for this week. So this will be my stop loss. Okay, I got a green pentagon here. Okay, LC, spring, NS. Okay, now if let's say it turns to red pentagon, close below, then here is my stop loss. Okay, so here's my stop loss for my mid to long term counters. Okay, for VS10. Okay, any counters that worth to monitor? Okay, let's try Gyeongnam, because Gyeongnam we've been holding for quite some time also. Okay, green pentagon is still there. Okay, today a bit quiet overall. Okay, again, today is only Monday. Okay, but if let's say today close with green color bar with low volume is fine. Okay, today anything with low volume never spread is fine. Okay, so I think still pretty good. Okay, so of course on 27 October, notice here the volume is a bit high, right? So yes, maybe you're gonna take some times again, right? But overall, most important is that this NS must hold, okay, to ensure the momentum is still there, right? So I think overall Gyeongnam, there's no major weaknesses, okay, in the charts. So okay, we got NS. Let's go to Pentagon. Okay, we go to Pentagon. Okay, so today again is a good day for you to monitor some stocks. Low volume, quiet. Okay, but doesn't mean that you need to enter. Okay. Oh yeah, T-Guan and SCGM. Okay, two other stocks that I think previously we do talk about as well. Okay, and I think the setup slightly getting better. Okay, but only today. Okay, it turns to UT. So you want to monitor again for the next few days. Okay, because T-Guan and SCGM also I treat it as my mid to long term. Okay, I'm using overall on the weekly charts. Okay, so here it goes up. Okay, remember we talked about reaccumulation. Whenever the break below 2040s, there's a high chances for the stock to go into a sideways, okay, a period of sideways. Okay, so here, break below, sideways, sideways, and we want to see whenever the up bars coming in, it come with increasing volume. So this is a bar that actually I like. Okay, in T1 and SCG, I'm having as kind of like similar things too. Okay, so last week closing is pretty nice. Okay, we come with high volume again after some series of low volume in the weekly charts. So this week is crucial. Okay, so hopefully it holds well. Okay, on the line change bar from last week. Okay, volume this week should be low. Okay, hopefully. So for those that who are looking for entry, again, not doing any buy call or sell calls over here, but if let's say you are looking for some low risk entry, right? So you can actually try to check out, okay, the low of this LC here. I'm not sure whether it hits or not. Okay, so try to put your alerts over there. Okay, so sometimes who knows, okay, it will hit. Okay, so SCGM also is a trade that building a sideways, okay, after a strong reversal with high volumes here. Okay, we got a shakeout in betweens. Okay, we've got a shakeouts over here and lots of sound strength. Volume on the up bar is coming back. Okay, but today, unfortunately, the volume is a bit high. Okay, so probably it will hit back to 2040s. Okay, but overall, I don't think it's a strong sign of weakness. Okay, so if you look into the weekly charts, okay, I think it's almost close with a COC bar, okay, for those members attending masterclass, but it comes with 2 bars only. I got here, very nice. Here can consider yes as well, okay, because it's narrow and the volume is very low. Here we got like 2 bars over here. Okay, so overall come with COC. So again, if you're looking for low risk entry for SCGM, okay, so hopefully see whether the weekly chart will hit back on 2040s or not. Okay, so there's a quick one on T1. Okay, because T1 turns back to green panel on daily charts. So today volume still low. Okay, let's say what is the close. Okay, so if let's say today is UT, maybe next few days you want to see a narrow bar. Okay, a narrow bar, low volume. Okay, narrow bar with low volumes. Okay, this one also very quiet. Okay, but weekly chart is very nice. Okay, Rexit. Now this is the, oh yeah, this is also COBM. I forgot to add this into the list. Okay, so let's add right now. This is also COB. Okay, because you can notice that the charts, okay, previously is, this is okay, illiquids. Liquids, okay, if you notice here, it slightly turns to illiquid again. Slightly turns to illiquid again. Right now seems like more volumes coming in. Okay, so still a bit quiet overall. Okay, so but if you look into weekly, oh, they got an NS. Okay, they got an NS, very nice. Okay, here's a big UT. Okay, big UT. Okay, we got green pentagon in this area as well. So that's why I parked my alerts over there. Haven't hit my alerts, so I also forgot already because it didn't hit. Okay, but it seems like slowly getting better. Okay, so we got a shakeout, line change, green pentagons, low volumes again. Okay, low volumes again. So we got NS over there. Okay, so I think, yeah, this one can't fulfill the COB. Okay, so but this one already fly a bit already. So here we got some COB. Okay, illiquid, sorry, inactive and illiquids. Okay, so it turns to liquids. Oops, it turns to liquids. Okay, so here you notice got LC, sideways, jalan. Okay, breaks. Okay, so of course from the bottom 30 cents to 1 ringgit 20 cents. Okay, this one already go up for like 3-4 times already. So that's why a long period of reaccumulation is needed. Okay, so again we want to have a right expectation on your stocks. Okay, so if you look into like Taffy, okay, so why recently I try to like stay away first from Taffy, because again a right expectation is very important, right? So here it goes up for 100%, 300%. Okay, so probably I don't know whether it will like this or maybe going to reaccumulation. Okay, so we want to see something like Rexits. Okay, if you are still interested in Taffy. Okay, so far okay. Tab 1 for me. Okay, tab 1 for me. If you still can follow. Tab 2, no. right? So just want to ensure everyone's still okay. All right, good. Okay, any other counters from the Pentagon screeners? Jackson also a long periods of accumulation. I don't really touch Jackson anymore, okay, because like I said, usually got this kind of counters, right? This kind of this kind of bars. And if let's say the subsequent up bar high volume, it didn't manage to follow through, it's gonna go into a long period of reaccumulation. Unless another volume coming in, make a nice pullback, then yes, they got a chance to break up. Okay, so it got to have lots of shakeout, okay, over here. So that's why I decided to stay away first. Okay, so but if you are those looking for quick trade white ball, okay, probably yes. Okay, probably yes. Any others? Okay, any others? Okay, if not, I go back to 1 days. Okay, I go to NS on 28. Okay, we study one more charts. Okay, if not, I answer some of the questions. Then tonight also, okay, I will do a live Facebook at 9:30, and I'm going to answer some of the member questions. Okay, so let's see. Milux already break out a lot. Okay, NS is still here. Okay, high can go higher. Who knows, right? But today volume is still okay lah. Doesn't come with very high volume type. Towards the NS. So you monitor, okay, around the NS area. This is a bit similar like AYS, if not mistaken. Somewhere here, yeah, somewhere here. Okay, we've got an NS. It goes up, pullbacks, holding out 2040s, and then subsequently goes up a little bit again. Okay, so it's a gap up stock as well. Okay, Milux. So if you are those that kind of love some exciting kind of counters, okay, still can monitor. I think still okay, but just that always put my risk first. Okay, I always like to put my risk first compared to reward. So I always kind of like miss out this kind of trades. Okay, but yeah, both to monitor. Milux, yeah, CAB. Okay, CAB have been very quiet for some times. Oh, okay. Oh, actually, this is nice. Okay. Actually, this is nice. Okay, we got high volume LC. Okay, so definitely this is a accumulation. Okay, definitely it's accumulation. Here we got change of trend. Okay, so here you notice increasing volume, high volume, climatic volume. So we got a very nice change of trend. Okay, a long period of accumulation. A long period of accumulation. Oh, actually, CAB is okay. Again, not a buy call, but personally, I love what I see so far. It looks like they're having a shakeout over here, right? So here it goes up, okay, goes up. We got some UT high volumes, break below 2040s. Okay, remember we talked about how the price move after break below 2040s, months of sideways. Okay, months of sideways, right? So it hits here. Okay, overall come with high volume. Notice the up bar. Okay, it doesn't come with down bar high volume. It doesn't come with big up thrust. Okay, so it's okay here. Low volumes. Okay, now seems like the volume slowly coming back. Okay, I try my luck 490. Okay, try my luck. So again, today market is weak. Am I right? So let's see. Okay. Part two alerts. Okay, who knows, it will drop to 2040s. Okay, but nice accumulation. Okay, so this is a nice accumulation. CAB, what's the other one already? CAB. Okay, never mind, forgot. Okay, so Selangor Drake. Okay, so let's try. Before I answer some questions, then we close. Okay, this one. Okay, what do you think? Is this stock ready? Do you think is worth to trade for this counter? Worth to monitor? Okay, I'll take a look into Binacom later on, Shirley. Okay, so these counters here, they got a nice gap previously. So now it seems like holding as support. But in the same times, right, here got a shake up. So this appears NS. Okay, here's like a resistance already. Here we got resistance. Okay, unless you trade within this range. Okay, so if let's say it goes back to this gap, cut loss. Okay, but so far I can't like see. Okay, last one before we go to Binacom. Okay, what do you think? Okay, is Binacom still worth to monitor? Type 1, yes. Type 2, no. If you think Binacom is not worth to monitor, type a 2 for me. If you think it's still worth, type 1, then probably you want to write 1 or 2 explanation why you think it's still worth to monitor. Okay, any reason why? Any reason why do you think it's still good to monitor for this trade? What is the background? Can anyone share with me what is the background for Binacom? At 2040s, all right, shake up patterns, support low volumes. Okay, good. Reaccumulation come with NS. Okay, good. Okay, so overall, I think this is still in a sideway. Okay, accumulation. Now, if you ask me to be frank with you, this is a bit like remember in the masterclass where we do talk about 3 types of sideway, right? One is consolidation, which is the reaccumulation. One is trading within a range. The other one is I forgot. Okay, the other one is actually they don't have a specific trend. Okay, so this one for me is a bit like it doesn't come with a very clear trend. But if you look into the overall long term, actually they are still moving sideways. So I think potential white ball is quite possible because the resistance, luckily, the resistance is very clear. Is somewhere around here. The first resistance, okay, is around like 480. Okay, 480 areas. And again, luckily, right? So they got a very nice LC. Okay, LC high volt. So here we just draw, okay, because lots of touching point somewhere around here. So this is support, okay, and we got a shakeout, okay, and most important is that currently low volume. Okay, so hopefully today volume remains to be low. As long as it's low, I think it's fine. Okay, and let's say if we're low until like this or not. Okay, so this is a very low volume bar, represent there's no sellers. Okay, so far, yes, it's a accumulation plus shakeup. Okay, so at the background also it comes with a very strong LC. Okay, so usually if you see LC, this is how you want to use it. Okay, so lots of, if let's say your stock comes with a strong LC, then it's good. Oh yeah, yes, thank you, like, thank you. Okay, so with this, thank you for joining me today. Again, today I got nothing much over here. Just want to do a little bit of a quick revision. Okay, today is not a good day to want to look for the entry. Okay, but it's a good day for you to again monitor stock like this, like Binacom. Okay, I think even like Solar West, if I'm mistaken. Right, let's try Solar West or 2 more. Okay, so yes, it's still quiet. The background is already come with some strength signals overall. So side part, again, not buy call over here, huh? Because to be frank, because sometimes I don't know, it do a shake up. Okay, so like for example, I think side part, if you ask me side part, I still can't like it, but sometimes markets like this, they'll tends to do lots of shake up. Okay, so that's why I've been shake up by some sort, like I showed you yesterday, like BIG. I missed the gold ball. Milux as well. Milux actually is not being shake up, but overall market at the time is not good. So I thought a white ball is good for me. I take, and then the time that they test back support, the breaks up. Okay. So I think side parks, okay, hopefully it goes with spring. Next few days there's a low volume, probably I will coming back again to check it out again. Okay, so all right, okay, probably last one, okay, for Lihe. So this is NVDA. Okay, so for US market, I think best is that I want to use the weekly charts, okay, because in US market, lots of gap out and gap down. Okay, so best if you look into no weaknesses at all. Like if you ask me, I don't think it's a weakness, but definitely it's far away from 2040. So again, a healthy pullback is expected. Okay, so yeah, no weakness at the moment. So I don't see a reason to exit unless you are looking for partial profits. Tesla, okay, I think Tesla also completed the reaccumulations, right? Because Martin's still holding. Okay, Martin's still holding. Oh wow, a nice closing. Okay, so this is a reaccumulations. If not mistaken, they form a VCP also. Oh, sorry, no VCP. Okay, but yes, it's a strong reaccumulations. Okay, break below 2040s. Okay, same principle. Okay, break below 2040s. The market is going to take some time. Okay, sideways, cross back up. Okay, so with this, thank you for joining me today. So for some member, if you are free tonight, okay, I'll see you at 9:30 in the live Facebook tonight too. Okay, thank you and see you tonight.